Sleep problems are becoming increasingly common in our daily urban stressful life. In fact, half of the patients that I see in the hospital and also in the clinic suffer from some kind of sleep problem. Lack of sleep weakens the mind, weakens the body, makes us vulnerable for heart, lung, kidney diseases, cancer, infection. A healthy adult male needs around 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep every night. A good sleep at night is the reward you get for the discipline you follow during the daytime. Here is a list of 10 things that we all can do to improve our sleep at night. Number one, sleep schedule. The body thrives on routine and schedule. So it's better you set up a fixed time for sleep every night. On some weekends, if you have parties, if you have celebrations, you can break that rule. The body can still compensate and make it up. But as long as 6 nights of the week you go to the bed nearly at the same time, the body learns that this is the time for sleep. And when the time comes, the body prepares for sleep. Generally, sleeping late at night is not advisable because the main detoxification of the body occurs around 12 p.m. 1 a.m. at night. I recommend people to go to bed by 9:30 to 10:30 and to be asleep between 10 to 11 every night. Number 2, physical exhaustion during the daytime is the most important factor for sleep at night. Physical exercise especially stimulates the deep stages of sleep, which are maximally restorative to both the body and the mind. Number third is very important to avoid alcohol, smoking, tea, coffee late in the evening. Alcohol sometimes is okay, it helps in fall in sleep, but the problem with alcohol is it reduces the quality of sleep. Generally, there is a kind of sleep called REM sleep. During the time the mind recovers, when we take alcohol, that stage of sleep is disrupted. Also, smoking before going to bed is not a good habit. If you like tea and coffee, you can have them in the morning, in the afternoon, but try not to have any stimulating drink after 4 p.m. at night. Number 4, relaxation before sleep. Sleep is a time when the body is about to slow down. It is about to go to rest. So it's very important to do some relaxing activity before going to bed. Reading is a relaxing activity. Talking, listening to music is a relaxing activity. Meditation and mindfulness before going to bed can also help. Yoga and stretching before going to bed can also help. Try to avoid vigorous exercises before going to sleep. Exercises that increases your heart rate and breathing rate also raises your body temperature that disrupts the sleep process. Number 5, control the light exposure before going to bed. Generally, nowadays, a lot of sleep problems are happening because we are spending too much time on the screen. The light from the smartphone is predominantly blue in nature. The light that comes from the television is predominantly blue in nature. All the new fluorescent lights are blue in nature. Blue light stimulates the mind. It fools the body in thinking that it is still daytime. There is a hormone called melatonin that the body secretes when it is dark. The hormone melatonin signals the body it is time to go to bed, it is time to go to sleep. When we work on computers, when we surf the Facebook, social media, when we spend too much time looking at the screen, any screen, white light, blue light, the secretion of melatonin is inhibited. So, what to do about that? Ideally, try to use red light at night if you have to read anything. Try to have your phone and your laptop on a night mode, which generally makes the screen more towards the red spectrum of the light. Also think about using a blue light blocking glass. So these glasses generally block the blue light, and if sometimes we have to work, we have projects to finish, we have homework to complete, so during those circumstances while you have to work on a screen at night, use these glasses. This will give a red hue to the screen. It will block the blue light. There are many blue light blocking glasses on the market. Some are expensive, some are cheap. Do your research, read the reviews, and try different ones, see which one works. Next is the meal you take before going to bed also influences the quality of sleep. So just try not to eat anything around 1.5 to 2 hours before going to bed. Especially avoid spicy food. Try to Eat the carbohydrates during nighttime. Avoid eating carbohydrates during daytime, especially don't eat carbohydrates during morning or afternoon, because carbohydrates causes insulin release and it triggers the parasympathetic system, which makes you sleepy. If you have a heavy lunch, then you feel drowsy and you feel that it takes 1 or 2 hours before you can get back to the work mode, or you will need tea or coffee to become active again. So try to have your protein and fat during the daytime, and if you have carbohydrates, try to have them at night. There are certain food rich in tryptophan like eggs, turkey, beans, lentils. Also fat like ghee, butter, yogurt, warm milk before bed can also help with sleep. Number seven thing, resist the temptation to check the social media or emails before going to bed. Because what happens that when you go to the Facebook, you will see 20, 30 notifications, you will see what's going on other people's life. That activates the mind. During the nighttime, you want the mind to calm down. As your body temperature drops, your heart rate drops, the body is preparing for sleep. Stimulating activity like playing video games, watching a thrilling movie, or chatting on the social media, that is too much stimulation, too much activation for the mind. And do not check work emails before going to bed. Anyway, the work has to be done. If you check the emails, most likely you will get the stress of the work without being able to do the work which has to be done the next day. Certain professions require work at night, like doctors, nurses, police, hospitality industry, travel industry. People on those professions, they have to stay late at night, work at night, but also they have to pay a price with health hazards due to the sleep deprivation. So if you have a choice, schedule all your work during the daytime. Number 8 is very important. You set up your bedroom in a way that it stimulates the sleep. Use your bed only for sleeping. You can read books in the bed, preferably fiction book. Do not read non-fiction book or work related book and articles on the bed. You can use the bed for sex, you can use the bed for massage. Do not use the bed for any other activity. In this way, you train the body that the bed is for relaxation. Make sure that the bedroom is clean and organized. Do not have stuff lying over on the floor of the bedroom. Make sure you have dark curtains which blocks off the light. Number 10, lot of people find that their mind still cannot calm down. They're having racing thoughts. They're having anxiety about what are the things they have to do the next day. They're fearful that they may forget some important agenda the next day. If that is the case, you can keep a journal by your bedside. Use a bed lamp at night, preferably have red light. On your journal, you can write down your worries, the things that are bothering you at night, and tasks that you plan to do the next day. And preferably, when you are at bed, again emphasizing, use a blue light blocking glass. In that way, when you go to sleep, you know that you have already written down the task that has to be done the next day. You have already written down your worries. During the process of writing, we transfer our thoughts from the emotional part of the brain to the rational part of the brain. Sleep is vital to life. Try all these natural things that I discussed here. If they don't work, you can try some supplements like melatonin, magnesium. You can try tryptophan supplements, Benadryl. But the best is to sleep naturally by following a good healthy lifestyle and following a good sleep hygiene. If trying all these natural ways, you still struggle with sleep, do not wait, seek professional help. There are excellent medications for sleep which will help you in the short term, and during that time you can try all the natural ways and work on any other emotional or physical problems that might be contributing to the sleep. Also, psychotherapy and counseling helps with sleep. Cognitive behavioral therapy has a program for sleep. You can see a therapist and do that. I've written a book on sleep called Sleep Coaching. That book will help you to learn the natural ways to fall in sleep by harnessing your body's own natural healing mechanisms. That book is available on Amazon. I hope this video helps. If you have any questions, put your comments below. I will try to answer them.